Right guys, Doctor here, and I still fail on getting my intro back. Like I cleared out my hard drive and now it's just missing because I accidentally deleted it too. So I'll try get it again unless you don't really want to see it anymore. I heard like, for example, Spiritual Camping doesn't like it that much. And I also got comments of people that don't really like it too much. But if you desire to see something new, another intro, anything, you can just go ahead and tell me, I guess, and I will probably change it up. Or just not even have an intro anymore. I don't think it's necessary too much if you're a commentator. But anyway, the gameplay footage you see here is Damavand Peak Conquest, and we just joined in this game, and we were kind of we weren't too late, I guess. I think the game started with 500 tickets, and our team wasn't the greatest at the beginning. As you see, we are kind of pushing up in here completely on our own, and we are also down on nearly 100 tickets, so we gotta clutch this out. It's not really a clutch, but really we just gotta turn the game around to win this for our team. And I'm playing with my buddies Warhaven and Lolbot, and I'm doing the tank gunning for Warhaven, and it's one of my favorite things to do, being the gunner for Warhaven, because he is a brilliant tank driver, and we've been fighting people with like 20,000 attack, not attack helicopter, what am I saying? Main battle tank kills, and Warhaven doesn't have that much, but he just always managed to dominate these guys, and he is a really good tank driver. And I also love to be a gunner, and I had an exceptionally good round here, and it gets kind of unbalanced in terms of the teams at the end. We triple capped them, and I hope it's not too boring for you, but the problem is for me that when I'm playing with friends, we usually dominate quite a bit, and I don't know what it is. I don't know why the enemy team doesn't put up a fight. They just don't try anymore sometimes, and that is one of the biggest problems we have. And that's going to be part of another commentary that I'm going to make, talking about spawn trapping, rage quitting, giving up, and I think I've mentioned it quite a few times, but I need to just go on the whole topic once more, because there's a few things I thought about and I need to mention those. But this video is not going to be about the spawn trapping and that stuff. It is going to be about being a good tank gunner, and a lot of people are doing it wrong. I join in with I join in with not having any friends with me, and I'll take a tank, start driving, and some random hops in with me, and what they do is they just shoot their gun at stones or at helicopters. They run off as soon as I get hit, and that is just no-go. That is just stuff you shouldn't do when you're a tank gunner. And the tank gunner might not be the most interesting at all times, but it is very important for a good tank team to help out your driver by any means you can. Now this starts off with not being a complete idiot. It's easy to say, but it's actually a lot of people that just don't understand the basic mechanics of this game. And what they do is they just shoot at rocks, shoot at attack helicopters, and you shouldn't do that, and I'll explain why. If you shoot your tank gun, you will be seen on the minimap, and good tank teams work with the minimap. Sometimes when I'm playing on Grand Bazaar, and we know that the LAV has spawned in when we're in the BMP, what I do is I check the minimap and see where it is, if it's shooting, so that I can help my gunner, press start, tell him where it is, so that he can proceed to take it out. Sorry, not my gunner, my driver. Stuff like that makes it a lot easier for the enemy tank to spot you. If you're shooting cluelessly at the environment because you're bored, you will light up on the minimap, and you probably will get taken out, and you won't have to drop on the other tank if he does not do the same thing. So that's one of the things that many people do wrong, as I said. So avoid shooting the environment when you're bored. It will not always be a big disadvantage for you, but it can actually make the difference. And helicopter. Why am I saying helicopters at all times? I've been whoring way too much helicopters right now. It can make the difference in a main battle, tank battle, but it's also the same for the infantry fighting vehicles. Don't get me wrong, this also applies to the infantry fighting vehicles. So yeah, don't shoot the ground or the stones or the trees, anything. Besides that, shooting attack helicopters is also a really bad idea. I don't know why people insist on doing this. Sometimes play on Caspian border, and we quad cap the enemies because they just give up, and all they try to do is do jihad jeeps, which of course I take out with my gunner. So what they do is sometimes they just take tanks in their spawn, and the gunners just start shooting at me in the helicopter. Now first of all, his gun does do about like barely any damage to my helicopter. The only thing it's gonna tell me, there's something shooting me, and it's gonna show me where it's shooting me from. And what can I do then as an attack helicopter pilot? I can just find him easily and proceed to take him out, because as soon as I know where he is fucked. So if you have an attack helicopter up, do not shoot your gun cluelessly. Maybe your tank driver might get a shot on him, and it is always important that he does not see you if you want to take him out successfully. So the things you shouldn't shoot at are, as always, also armor. I mean, there's no point in shooting other tanks. Rather watch the back of your tank driver if he's facing a combat, something like that, you know, a tank battle. Yeah, I guess that's one of the things that many people do wrong. Never shoot attack helicopters, tanks, or the ground. It just puts you in a disadvantage. Besides that, staying loyal to the tank driver is a very important thing. I sometimes play in a tank, and as soon as I get hit once, my gunner just jumps out and runs off, even though he's engineer. This is just very, very irritating for your tank driver. You should not do this. If your tank driver gets in a combat and is nearly disabled, hop out and repair him. I've saved many situations for my tank driver because I repaired him. Even though I got hit and I was on low health, I made sure he doesn't die. And many people just don't do that. You need to stick to your tank driver, and you need to help him out. And as I said, that's also one of the things many people do wrong. Always stay loyal to your tank driver. He will need your help, especially when he's like facing another tank and some C4 guys. So to summarize, don't shoot at stuff that can easily kill you or that doesn't do anything to you, and always stay loyal to a tank driver. Besides that, the minimap is your friend. If you know you're gonna be a tank gunner, always use proximity scanner. Proximity scanner is very, very helpful to your tank driver, especially because he should be using reactive armor. So as one more thing, awareness and spotting is probably the most important point for a tank gunner to do. You need to spot up your tank drivers, the threats to your tank drivers, especially C4 people visible on the minimap. Call them out, tell your tank driver to retreat or to move up, depending on where they come from, and proceed to take them out. Besides that, switching seats can also be a very important thing. If you know you have a squad wave with a javelin, and you see a helicopter in the air that is too high for your main cannon to reach, go ahead, use a CTV to paint it up, and then he can take it out with ease. Stuff like that it's not really hard, but I still see a lot of people fail at it. So I guess I'm gonna cut off the gameplay in just a few minutes, because I don't think I have too much to say anymore. We talked about the perks, talked about what not to shoot, and spotting. I guess I can't say too much anymore, but as said, the most important thing is always awareness, because if you're aware of your situation, you don't shoot at unnecessary stuff. You know, it's pretty simple. Awareness is always the key to win in Battlefield, and it can be very, very important if you are really, you know, if your tank driver is facing a lot of targets, especially you as a tank gunner, need to be very, very cautious, especially with the minimap. So I guess it is for this video. I'm not gonna put up the rest of the gameplay because it is just gonna be spawn trapping, sadly. Yet again, the enemy team did not manage to put us back, you know. I just don't like that, and I'm just gonna say once more, always fighting these teams that, you know, just get spawn trapped after losing about 20% of the tickets really is a sad thing to me, and I hope it's someday only the skill-based community is gonna stay in the game and we can finally have fair and balanced battles again. So yeah, but it's gonna be part of another commentary. So hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, you know, go ahead, tell me, and I'll see you tomorrow. I guess I'm gonna make a video tomorrow, and it's gonna be the next part of my attack helicopter guide. Besides that, I got some feedback on my last video, and a few ideas were put up. First of them being a live commentary. Now, I don't really think that it's the best idea. I don't know why. I think it would be pretty boring. But if you want to see one, go ahead, tell me in the comments. One more thing is the setup videos, which means you guys suggest me a setup and I'm gonna use it. Now, I know that many YouTubers do this, so I thought that probably shouldn't do it myself, but if you want to see that, I can of course do it. It's gonna be a pain playing the SVD with a ballistic scope. If you suggest me that, I'm not looking forward to it, but go ahead and tell me if you want to see that. And besides that, I'm gonna try put up some, you know, tips and tricks for people just like this video here, to hope I can improve the skill of the Battlefield community and make it a little bit more balanced when we're fighting, other teams. But, I mean, I'm failing at speaking. I know I don't have that many viewers to change the community, but even if it's just a few people that learn from my videos, I'm already happy. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out for the day, and I will put one more up at least in 2 days, or maybe even tomorrow. So, see ya.